Let's keep going. Right, so what we'd like to be able to do now that we can render a list of movies that matches a criteria. Right? If we have a avatar, and if we like the first avatar, what we'd like to be able to do perhaps is have here either a bookmark or things that I'd like to review this movie and my review at the bottom. So let's do something simple right now. Let's add perhaps a star next to it so that if I click on it, we like this particular movie. So let's see. Next to the details page, on the right-hand side, maybe we can display a star. I think we have a star here somewhere. Let's see. Liking a movie. There we go. We need a star. Oops, copy. And there we go. So we're going to render a star right next to it, next to the title. So let's do that. There it is. Maybe we want to render this whole thing only if we have movie, not if we don't have everything else, right? Well, let's leave it like that for instance. Now let's see if we can click on it. We'll have a like function that we can click on, and we'll pass the entire movie object. Maybe we'll pass the movie object that we like. Let's see that on the component we can have an event handler that can listen to that like and the movie that we like. Right. For now, let's just print out the movie that we like to see if we can get a hold of it. All right. So if we put on the console, we can spit out what movie we liked. So we have Avatar again. We click on that. If we click on that, let's see. There it is. So that's the movie that we like. Actually, instead of putting it here, perhaps we can put it on the right-hand side of each one of these. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put this, instead of here, let's put it maybe next to every single movie on the right-hand side of the title. There we go. So we have Avatar. We'll have a star right next to it, right? So if we click on it, it'll display. We'll send not the movie, the M, right? That M object that we have there. So if we have Titanic, if we click on that, we'll show. There it is. There's Titanic 2. There's Titanic S. Right. There's that. And apparently there's a new Titanic ship that they're building. I think it's gonna. I think it's this is the one. What? How many hundred? Is it 100 years already since it sank, and it's going to do the same route that sank the original Titanic? That's kind of unlucky. I don't know if I would like to be on that. Yeah, apparently it's going to be ready next year. Anyway, so what we'd like to be able to do is maybe send this information to a server, and say that this movie we like. And make an entry into that database saying that so and so person likes so and so movie. So let's do that. Let's do that. So we'd like to be able to do maybe in a service. We would like to notify a server that we like this movie. So like, and we're going to pass as arguments perhaps the movie object, right? The movie object. Right? Yeah, like. And our response, I'm not sure what the response might be. Maybe we'll ignore the response for now. Right? Notice that the server doesn't have the function like, so we'll need to build that. Let's build that. Let's have here declare a likes. Likes. And this, I think likes is better, right? Likes. All right, so let's implement that. So we'll maybe declare right here. So likes is going to take in as an argument the movie object. And is going to send over to the server the movie data, right, that of what we like. Right, we'll probably also need to send who likes this. But probably we have logged in and the server knows already who we are. So that information might be already on the server, right? Maybe in some session information and whatnot. Right, so we're going to send a fetch. We're going to send now notice that we're not going to go to this API, obviously. Right? We're not going to go to that API. That API is for the remote data. Here we're going to go to our API, right? Because we need to store this in our database. See that? So it's not going to be this URL. Typically, it will be some local URL. Local URL will be something like http:// localhost : I don't know, maybe listening at 3000. Right? That's the API. Probably starts with API too. And locally, so we're going to go out to the URL. It'll be local. And plus maybe likes, right? The URL is called maybe likes, and takes as argument probably a couple of things. In the body, we're gonna pass in the movie object as a JSON data. We're gonna post it, right? So I forget if it's body. I think it's body. We're going to have to stringify, convert the movie object into a string so we can send it over HTTP. So this will be something like json.stringify, convert into a string the movie object. We're also going to say that this is no longer a get, it's going to be a post. The default is a get. But if it's a post, a delete, an update, or put, it needs to be that. What else do we need to do? Probably we'll also need to tell the server to make sure that they parse this as JSON, right? To tell it what the MIME type of what we're passing along. So probably we'll need to send the headers, and that the content type is application JSON, so that the server will know what to do with this string. Right? How should it interpret this string? And it'll convert it into JSON. I think that's it. Okay, so this would be this dot local. Or maybe it should be localhost. There we go, localhost. All right, so let's try it out. Let's see what happens. Oops, what's it complaining about? Body string, so it doesn't like, is not assignable. Likes, so maybe it's not body. Is it data? I don't remember. Let's see. JavaScript, JavaScript, fetch, post. Let's see, fetch, post, method. Oh, it's method. It's method, post, and what else? Headers, cache, mode, JSON, body. It's body, okay. Oh, let's try that again. Refresh. Okay, it's not complaining anymore, so it looks good. So we have avatar, search. Okay, and if we like avatar, okay, it looks like it made the post. There it is, looks like make the post. We can see it in the network. There's our post, likes. It was a post to that URL, and it complained saying that there is no such URL. Nobody's listening at that URL. Right? It makes sense, right? There's no server on the other end. We only have been spending our time on the client side of this application. So let's move over to the server side of this, right? Right, so we've been spending our time on the client side. Let's move over up one. We have the client this. Now let's create here make dir omdb fall 18 s2 client. This is going to be a server. The server can be Java. The server could be Node. We're going to make a Node server. Oops. So server. Just to get started, this is a Node application. I think we did this last time around. We did an npm init. Yes? Initialized it. Just all the defaults. I'm not going to do anything here. We'll need Mongoose, right? And we'll need Express. Mongoose so we can talk to a database. Express so we can talk HTTP. Right? So let's install both of them. We'll do npm install Mongoose. So we can talk to a database. This is what we did last week, right? And we'll also go into npm install Express. This is so that we can talk to this client. The client's coming with a post. We need to be able to talk to it, yes? So Express. Also, it doesn't know how to parse JSON by default. It doesn't know how to do that. And JSON is going to be embedded inside of the body of the HTTP request. So it doesn't know how to handle that either. So we're going to have to install another library that knows how to parse the body. So body parser is another one. So we'll install that too. All right, I think we have all the libraries we need. Let's create our very first server. Let's see, open. So let's see, where are we? So CS5200, fall, section 2, OMDB. There's our server. Let's open it up. And let's create the simplest server ever. We'll create here a server, server.js. And to create a server, it's very simple. You just say var express. We import the library express that we just installed. We create a brand new application out of this. And we listen to that. We say app.listen at port 3000. That's it. That's a server. 3 lines of code. 2 maybe. 2 lines of code. And we can now run it. And it didn't work. What? Express is not a function. Import express. Express var blah 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 blah. Did I write it wrong? Let me see. Let me see my cheat sheet here. If we go to express.js.com and the API reference, express, require express. Isn't that what we did? Isn't that what I just did? Var express. Oh, require. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm still in Java. I'm in Java land. Yeah, require is the equivalent of import. Okay. Let's see. So we try that again. All right. So it's such a simple server that it doesn't really do anything. Right. It's just listening at port 3000, but it doesn't. I haven't told it to respond to anything. So let's stop that and let's tell it to at least listen to a hello world. You can say app, listen to an incoming get mapped at the following URL, API hello. And I want you to respond with a send back a hello world. So this is basically pretty much what we did for in Java when we declared something as a REST controller, yes? And we declared a get mapping, and we gave it a URL, remember that? And we mapped it to a function, and the function ran and then whatever it returned, that's what went back to the server. Yes, to the client. Same thing here. All right, so let's do that. Let's rerun this. Now it's listening to API hello. So if listening at port 3000 on localhost. So let's go there. We can go and say, let's go to localhost 3000. Let's go to API. Let's go to hello. And it comes back with hello world. So indeed, we are getting that. Everybody okay? Yes? All right. But what we really want to do is from here, when we like something, we want to for it to be listening to a post. See that? Right? So really what we'd like to be able to do here is say something like, I wanted to listen to a post. And what are you listening to? To a URL that I'm posting. It's a /API/likes. See that? So /API/likes. And here's request and response. And the movie, I'm passing it to you as part of the body that is coming along. Right? And so you can do console log. It's coming in the requests, in the body of the requests. Just print it out. See if you're getting it. See if you're receiving it. Okay? All right, so now it's listening. Now it's listening. Let's see if, actually, let's what it'll do, instead of just printing it out, we're going to do a response, meaning send me back what I just sent you. I sent you a movie, send it back to me, like an echo. I send you something, echo it back to me. Send it back to me. This is complaining because of the version of JavaScript, so we can go to languages and JavaScript and say EMA 6. Okay. All right, so let's rerun this. Okay. Now if I come here and I do a, and I send it, let me clear this out for a little bit. Let me clear it out. I'll send it. Notice that now it's not failing. See that? It's not failing. It went to the likes. Right, but so this is what it's called a pre-flight query. This is asking the server, hey server, are you alive? Can I send you a post? And the server responds with an OK, saying yes, you can send me a request. Okay. Also notice that it went out to OMDB to fetch that particular object. Let's see here. Here's another likes. But notice that it's responding with we went with the options, but it never came back saying that I could post to it. Right? It didn't say what I could do. So we need to. There's one problem is that our client is running at 4200. And our server is running at 3000. Okay, that's a problem because the browsers typically would stop me from doing this, saying that no, wait a minute, you're running on one domain and you're trying to post another domain, and that's a cross-origin request. And typically we stop folks from doing that. So we need to configure the ability of going cross-domain. And that I don't remember how to do. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see. This would be node course. Oh, node cross. Let's see. Node express. Let's see if I have it. It must be somewhere in here. Let me see, where is it? Cross platform. No, that's not what I meant. Let's go back. Course, maybe? Mean employees. Let's see, course. Oh, there it is. Perfect. That's exactly what I need. All right, so back at the server side, we're going to configure this and say, you know what? It's okay that the requests come from anywhere, right? Allow any request to come in and allow posts, allow puts, allow deletes, allow everything, allow gets, and requests can come from anywhere, even including 4200. Right? Typically, this would not be allowed. It would be typically considered a security issue, right? That one domain is posting data from another domain, right? So we want to allow that. Right? So let's restart the server. Let's see if this is configured correctly. Let's go back, and let's try and send one once again. Okay, notice that now we have two likes. See that? The first one is the pre-flight. And it says, is it okay to send you something? And the server now responds that it is okay for you to send me a get, a post, a put, a delete. You can send me anything you want. So indeed, the second one is the actual post. See that? There it is, our post. The first one is asking, what can I do? What are my options? The second one is the actual query, sending the post. Right? And this is what we sent. See that? This is the body. This is a JSON body that was sent over to the server. Everybody okay? So we actually posted the data. The server presumably is going to echo the information back, but actually comes back as empty. Right? It comes back as empty. The reason is that, as I mentioned earlier, the server doesn't know how to parse JSON from the body. It doesn't know what to do with it. That's why we install the other library, the body parser. And we need to configure that. Let's do that. Body parser. There it is. We require the body parser. We're going to require it right here. And then we configure it so that it knows how to parse JSON. All right, let's restart the server. And let's send that object again. Let's refresh, let's kill this. Let's send that again. Again, we sent the likes, the first option. Here's the likes. And notice that this time it did respond with the object that we sent. See that? So the object is now making it into a database, into a server. Now we can store it in the database. Right? Now we can store in the database and say that so-and-so likes so-and-so movie. Everybody okay? Right? Excellent. Now we have that information. So that's the data we sent. Right? Avatar year 2009. And the server is responding exactly with the information that we sent. So it went and it came back. Excellent. Let's now store it in the database. Let's do that next.